Hey guys, happy Sunday. How are y'all doing today? I'm well. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on in these Bravo streets, on TikTok. I just have so much that I want to say. So let's just get right on into it. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing amazing. I feel good. I'm happy to be back in front of y'all. So come on in, make sure to like as you come on into the room. It's going to be a fun live. And yeah, let's just talk. So I want to start off by talking about Potomac. I don't know if you guys heard the news a few days ago, but there are some rumblings that Potomac season 10, the filming is on pause. Now, I saw that Dr. Wendy, she said that it's a lie. That's not true. But there's a part of me that feels like it could very well be true because of Karen being in jail. They might not know how to structure the show now. I want to get your opinion in the chat. Do y'all feel like Potomac should wait? Do you think that they should keep going? Do you like this cast? I personally feel like they need to tweak some things. I think that I heard that Mia's spot is still up for grabs. I'm praying that Mia does not come back. I've heard some rumblings that Mia will not be back, and I hope that's true. Lord, please. But yeah, I think that I won't be surprised if these rumors are true, these reports are true, that they are halting filming right now due to Karen being in jail, them not knowing whether or not to keep or fire Mia. Please fire her. And then did you guys see that Candiace did a cute interview? She was at an event and they asked her, does she want to come back? Is she in talks to come back for season 10? And Candiace sort of teased the idea. She said that, well, it has to make sense for her, but she's still in contact with a lot of the women on the show. Personally, Candiace coming back means that she will have to sit down with Giselle and they will have to resolve their issues because there's no way that they're going to be able to have another divided season. So if Candiace comes back, I'm going to need to see that same sit down that Wendy and Giselle had. But and also I only want it to be healthy for Candiace. If Candiace does come back, she needs to have a good time. She's a new mother now. So yeah, I don't want to see her come back to more foolishness. She's not protected. Just my 2 cents. Oh, did you guys see Candiace was also asked about Karen going to jail, and she said that she was devastated because Karen has always supported her. Now, I said, Candiace, love you, but I don't know how you can say that Karen has always supported you because when you were assaulted in season 5, Karen was playing Switzerland. Karen tried to get you fired off the show. So I don't know about all this talk about, oh yeah, Karen's always had my back. No, she hasn't. I know that, she's leaning on you. She was leaning on you a lot because she was going to jail and now she's in there now. And probably, she probably wants you to visit her in jail. But yeah, let's not lie and say that Karen has always had your back because that's not true. Also, they have, Candiace was also asked about Dr. Wendy and Karen and how Karen shaded her. And Candiace said, that's grown folks' business. I'm going to stay out of that. And I kind of felt like, Candiace, I understand that you're friends with Karen and Wendy, but you can still call a spade a spade. You can still say, I love Karen, but she was wrong for that. Because that's what I would have said. I wouldn't be talking about, I'm going to stay out of that. That's grown folks' business. Just tell the truth. In my humble opinion, yeah, I agree. Candiace and Wendy annoy me with that den mother relationship they're desperate to have with Karen. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? Karen has not been supportive of either one of them. Okay, so all this stuff about, Karen's always had my back, that's not true. Hey, Kay, got that so hosey. Thank you for the super chat. Girl, you heard Brokeback Gina wasn't going to be back for 2 seasons in a row. Now we're going to see her with Target bought fashions again and again. Ciao. I was told that Gina was not going to be coming back for this last season. And the reason why she came back was because of Shannon's DUI. Because remember, when Gina got her DUI years ago, Shannon was all over her. So when Shannon got her DUI, they were like, oh, let's keep Gina so that way we can see Gina, I guess, give Shannon her payback for how she treated her years ago. But yeah, I'm so upset. Gina's going to be back in full swing this season as well. I'm so irritated. Gina and Emily from OC should have been gone a long time ago. And since we're on the topic of OC, y'all saw that Tamra quit the show. Y'all saw that Tamra quit on Instagram while they were on their cast trip to New Orleans. Tamra said that she's left the show. So we shall see. I won't be mad at it. Tamra has been horrible. And I'll bet you guys money that the reason why Tamra is quitting, because Gretchen got into that behind. Because one thing about it, Gretchen never folded. Miss Gretchen Rossi, she would let Tamra have it again and again and again. So Tamra is somebody who cannot stand to be challenged. So I will bet you guys money that Gretchen got in that ASS, and that's why Tamra is quitting the show. A mess. And then Andy said that, he can't talk about it. He doesn't know that much, but for us to stay tuned. So I guess we'll see. But, Tamra loves the attention so much. She loves that money. So I think that she'll be back. It probably was, she just, stopped filming for a few weeks, but she'll be right back, in my opinion. Tamra is full of ish. She probably only said it to get press. She never quit OC. Yeah, I agree. We need a fresh group of women for RHOP. They are too busy trying to get each other kicked off to give us some fun seasons. Yeah, I agree with that. But I do think that, if anything, Mia needs to be fired. And did y'all see that Mia and Ink are back together and they're doing a podcast together? They did their announcement on TikTok and Instagram. Raise your hand if you're surprised. We all said that Mia and Ink were fooling around and that they were still together. So this announcement is no surprise to me. But all I'm going to say is whatever Potomac decides to do for season 10, Mia has got to go. Mia has got to go. I do not want to hear anything more about Gordon and Ink and this whole Jerry Springer storyline. Who's the baby's daddy? Who's the father? I don't want any parts of it. She better be gone. Mia is a liar. And I know that we have other liars and other franchises, but at least with their lies, it's actually entertaining and they actually sort of make sense. Mia's lies, Mia just lies for no rhyme or reason. Get Mia off the screen. And since Kiarna is now single, I want Kiarna to come back because I want to see a season of Kiarna out in these streets, dating, zipping it and zooing it with other men and having fun. So bring Kiarna back just off of the fact that she's now single and she's off of Greg. All right. Mia and Ashley can be fired. Well, we know that Ashley's coming back. Listen, I told you guys back in season 6, somebody, a little birdie over in NBC Universal told me that Ashley is going to be on that show pretty much until the end or close to the end, because she's pretty much said that she'll do whatever is necessary to cause drama and chaos. And because of that, they're willing to have her on despite having no storyline, despite being a horrible person. She, in my opinion, Ashley Darby has always been the most diabolical person on that cast. So because she is willing to go low to the gutter, they're going to keep her for as long as possible. And I think that that's a dangerous game because Ashley is the type of person who would cause a lawsuit to the network, in my opinion. So if Bravo wants to play that game, then so be it. All right. Hey, Maylee Stout, thank you for the super chat. Yay, I love when you go live because I love hearing you laugh at the comments. Oh, yes, y'all be showing out in these comments, okay? Y'all show out, but it's Sunday. It is the Lord's day. So y'all act right in these comments. Don't be bringing up certain stuff, all right? Don't. This is a holy live. We can talk about all that other stuff on another day, but Sunday is the Lord's day, so act right. not you starting already. I want to click on this comment so bad. You are in rare form. You said we're gonna cut up regardless. Don't do it today. Don't do it today. It is Sunday, all right? Child. Oh, now you know you are too much. Child, you said holy or holy. Okay, all right. I see where you guys are going with this. Baby, it's Sunday, all right? It is the Lord's Day, so none of that today. Hey, Tamira Washington, thank you for the super chat. I think we need someone who's in the medical field on RHOP and another woman in television or film. Potomac doesn't get that. I agree, but I don't think that I don't think that the women with real money want to be on the show due to several reasons. Maybe they're married to men in government and that's going to look bad on them if they join. But yeah, unless we get some athletes' wives on the show, I don't really see us getting anybody of a lot of wealth. So Potomac's going to be a bit dry at the moment because we're not getting the creme de la creme. Wendy is the only one who's really filling out all the boxes, but she can't carry everybody on her back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, unless we have some athletes' wives in the DMV area, we're not going to be seeing anybody with some long coin or status. Hey, Robert, thank you for the super chat. Mia needs to be gone with the wind. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She needs to be gone. She has no storyline to speak of. She should have been gone in season 7 when she went upside Dr. Wendy's head and she threw that drink in her face, which is assault, by the way. And also, Dr. Wendy should have pressed charges for that, in my humble opinion. But yeah, Mia should have been gone a long time ago. The fact that she's still on says a lot. My cousin played for the Wizards and his wife was on there once. I wish she could have gotten on there because she knows how to host and she emulates wealth. Well, are they still in the DMV area? Because if so, tell your cousin to audition. They're looking for women because so did you guys see that post? They're looking for another newbie for season 10. And there are rumblings that Candiace might come back to the show. So if your cousin, if they still have the coin, if they still live there, then tell your cousin to audition and see if she can get on the show for season 10. I want to see it. Call your cousin up right now. Oh, they're in Orlando now? Oh, would they be willing to move back? Ciao. You guys are so funny in this chat. Oh, wow, he got a $66 million contract in Orlando. Oh, okay. All right, wait, who is your cousin? Do I need to look up the team of the Orlando? Do I need to look them up? Or the Orlando Magic, right? Look, I'm all in your business, but you see, I tell y'all, you never know who's in one of these chats, okay? A lot of y'all y'all have connections in these chats. Listen, I sure am casting for season 10, absolutely. Okay? You say you're dying? He got some friends, okay? Cantavius Caldwell Pope is my cousin. Oh, how cool. Wait, I'm like on my phone Googling right now. Oh, wow. Oh, excuse me. Well, look at that. Okay, he's 32. Well, I'm screaming. I am screaming. Well, no, yeah, tell him to come back to the DMV and tell him to come on down to Potomac. I should go out for season 10. Well, okay, I don't live in the DMV though. I'm here in New York. And I don't even know how, see, how would that even work, right? to go on the Housewives and I talk about them, they'd be so pissed at me. Like that would be, well, it would be automatic drama for sure, but that would be a lot. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Hey, Robert, thank you for the super chat. I love your lives. You have an amazing personality. Oh, thank you so much. Continue your amazing work. You deserve all your blessings. Oh, thank you. I try to move in silence now because of you. Yes, move in silence. Don't say anything until it's done. Yes, I'm a Candiace stan. I hope she comes, but Giselle needs to act right. Yeah, I agree. If Candiace does come back, I need for Giselle to apologize. They need to have a sit-down conversation. It needs to be smooth sailing because I do not want her to come back and it's strife, mess, more assaults, more nonsense. Like I want her to come back and she's having a peaceful time. That's what I want. But Robert, thank you for your super chat and your kind words. I appreciate that. Thank you. Brooke, how is it when you actually meet the housewives that you drag through these streets? A lot of them, okay, so I'll say this. Most of them are cordial and they're nice, they're friendly because they know that they're on a show and that we are talking about what they've done, right? I've had a few who were like, Mia from Potomac, she told me to my face at BravoCon that she thinks that I'm really hard on her. And mind you, when BravoCon 2023 was happening, it was the beginning of season 8 with NECA. So we were just coming off the heels of season 7 when she assaulted Wendy. So the video when she assaulted Wendy, my video went viral. It got like 90,000 views. That's like one of my highest viewed videos, right? Because I went up, I said to Mia, Mia, I'm like really annoyed. I was like, Mia, I'm pissed at what you did to Wendy. Have you apologized? Like, why would you do that? She's like, I'm sorry, queen. You're right. But I have to say, I think that you're really hard on me. And I said, oh, you watched my videos? And she said, yeah, like I've seen your videos. You're really hard on me. And I said, but Mia, you have to understand, it's not that I'm just that. Okay, we're whatever. If I show out, that's on me. And I can't be upset if people say something about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I've had Ashley Darby's been lovely to me. I've met her several times. But you have to understand, a lot of these women have big egos, so they enjoy being talked about, right? They have that mindset of they'd rather be talked about than not talked about. Now, somebody who I think is maybe upset. Now, when I met Giselle and Robin the first time at BravoCon in 2022, when it was in New York, they were lovely. And mind you, I was already getting on them about the colorism allegations, all that stuff, right? So when I met them, it was the beginning of season 7 starting, right? So they were lovely to me. Robin was friendly, but she also gave me that like, like I know what you be saying about us, like, but she was sweet. When I saw them again at BravoCon 2023 in Vegas, child, they were mad at me because they cut their photo op short. They left their photo op because they didn't want to talk to me. So some of these women can't take it. Other women are really good. Ashley, I will say, as much as I give her whackings, every time I've met her, she's been lovely. She knows that people are going to talk, and Ashley is somebody who enjoys being talked about. Mia, again, she took it in stride, but she did say, I think you're hard on me. And I said, I'm actually not hard enough on you. I said that to her. I mean, listen, and I'm not somebody who, because listen, think about it. I'm not somebody who talks about these folks and I'm afraid of them. No, I'm going to go up to you. I'm going to talk to you. Teresa from Jersey, I get on Teresa. I've met Teresa several times. She's lovely. And again, you have to understand this is my job. So you can't look at it as, oh, I'm just being so mean, or, how you're being mean to these people. You want to talk to them. Well, I want to talk to them because I want to get some tea for you guys. And it's not that I'm just talking about them. It's because I'm reviewing the show. Like, you get what I'm saying? Who else? Who's been like sensitive? Jessel's just rude. Jessel from New York, she's just rude. I'm trying to think of who's been like really hypersensitive or like upset with me. No, I mean, not that many. They're all very sweet. They're all very sweet. And I think that people know that if you, I guess, are nasty to me, I'm going to come harder at you in the recap. So they're smart to be friendly to me because they feel like, well, I don't want to get it even more. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's what I haven't had an issue when I run into them at events. They're cool with me. They know what it is. They signed up for this. So it is what it is. Okay. I'm trying to think of somebody else who I feel maybe avoided me because they were like annoyed by what I've said. And I always said, I've spoken to Candiace and I've spoken to Wendy, and I said, Candiace, can I get your opinion? I said, would you say that I'm one of the content creators who's like really like hard on people? And she said, no, you are fair. And she said, you've never called us out of our names. Think about it. You can go back to any of my recaps, no matter how annoyed I've been at Mia, Giselle, Robin, Teresa, whoever. You have never heard me call any of these women out of their names ever. Never, ever. There's still always respect. Yeah. Oh, yes. Erica Jane, she was upset. She with no eye contact, she walked out when I came in. I wanted to talk to her about how she was treating Sutton and Garcelle. She was upset. Yes. So Erica Jane is somebody where I try to talk to her. Oh yeah, she was annoyed. So we'll see how it is the next time I see her. But yeah, she was irritated. But yeah, I think that at the end of the day, when you get on reality TV, you are going to be talked about. Good, bad, indifferent. And you'd rather be talked about than not talked about. So if I should get on reality TV and you'll see different sides of me, right? If you get a YouTube channel, you talk about me, I have to take it. I can't be mad. I mean, unless it's like you're like going crazy and saying some crazy stuff about me or my family or talking, then we'll have an issue. But if it's like, I don't do that with people. I don't talk about people's kids. I don't talk about people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm respectful. So I would want respect back if I were on TV. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm respectful with it. I'm not evil. I'm not a troll. I'm not, trying to tear somebody down. I'm certainly talking about what I'm seeing for those 44 minutes, period. Child, Brooke having the girl shook is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? I'm doing something right. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm screaming. I want to know what happened with Naquan and his aunt's boyfriend. We didn't forget. Yeah, I didn't forget that either, but it is Sunday. All right. It's the Lord's Day. So we're going to focus on, Bravo. All right. Yes. People don't like to hear the truth. Exactly. You're calling out what you see. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, think about it. If I were calling folks out their names, talking about their kids, families, then I could see being nervous to be around them, but I haven't done that. So there's no reason for me to be nervous about anything because I handle myself with respect. I respect them, even the housewives that I don't care about. And let me just say one more thing. When I say, I can't, that person gets on my nerves, it's only through the lens of I'm watching it. I don't know them like that to have such strong feelings. You get what I'm saying? So I think that when people get their feelings out of stuff, when people, I guess, are able to just understand this, I'm talking about what I'm seeing on a show, they'll be okay. Yes, I whack them how I see them. Exactly. Yes. Meanwhile, they do that on the show, talk about each other's families and whatnot. Yes, they do. Exactly. You're not disrespecting anyone. You're just judging what you're seeing. Yeah. And I mean, I will say, even though I get on Ashley a lot, but I will say Ashley is definitely up there when it comes to housewives who are able to take the good and the bad when it comes to the bloggers and the commentary. Because you can get on her all day long, and when she meets you in person, she's very lovely. So on the show, I don't care for Ashley, but in person, she's been lovely. And I can say that. So, but I'm sure I'm curious to see what Giselle's reaction is like at this following BravoCon, because I was fair towards Giselle. I thought that Giselle, for the most part, was pleasant. So I know that her team watches me. So who knows? Maybe she'll warm up to me again if I should see her again at BravoCon this November. Who knows? Housewives should be open to criticism of their behavior on the show. They should know that it isn't personal. Yes, exactly. Exactly. This is not personal. And can we be honest with you? There has to be some level of investment, right? Because when we do the recaps, we're coming to you animated. We have to make it entertaining. Like I can't get on camera and be like, okay, so they went to the mall and they had drinks. Like you're not going to watch that. Of course, we have to be super animated and be like, how dare you do that? But in real life, when I turn the camera off, I'm not thinking about any of them. I don't think about Giselle, Ashley, nobody. None of them get my thoughts or attention unless I'm watching the show, I'm on social media, talking about something that happened, or I'm doing a recap. But in my real day-to-day life, am I thinking about, what so-and-so said or no? So it's not personal at all. I'm just judging what I've been seeing on camera. And I keep saying this. If you hate the criticism and the commentary so bad, then leave the show if it's too much for you. And you can't just love the good. You have to accept the bad too. If you have a good season, enjoy when we're all on your side. And when you have an off season, be happy that we're still talking about you. Yep. If they don't want to be talked about, don't sign up. Exactly. I notice how Giselle never responds, and she doesn't go on these long rants on Twitter responding to the negative comments people may leave about her. She does not let people get her angry. Yeah, if she does let people get her angry, she's not going to show it online, and that's smart. Oh my gosh, I'm screaming. Same, but when I'm eating, I do wonder what Karen is eating in jail. I'm screaming. Y'all are too funny. Oh gosh. Child, y'all have me screaming. Y'all said Karen's over there drinking toilet wine. I said, y'all ain't right. So, damn, y'all have me over here coughing. I'm screaming. Not you think about what Karen's eating in jail. What is she eating? I'm sure a bologna sandwich. I don't know what she's eating, child. Oh gosh. Well, yeah, they're saying that the show is paused because Karen's in jail and they haven't started filming yet. I know Wendy said that that's not true. It's a lie. But several sources have said that no, they are on pause for right now, and they're looking at bringing a former cast member back, which they think is Candiace, and that they're looking for a newbie as well. So who knows? It's called Hooch. I'm screaming. Karen's in there eating Captain Crunch casserole made by the wow. Not Captain Crunch. Y'all have me. Oh my goodness, y'all. I cannot stop screaming. Y'all are hilarious. Hey, you Bebe Queso. Thank you for the super chat. Who would you want back as a friend for season 10? Janice Vivian to stay on Stacey's neck. Cherise hold Karen accountable, or a Scala for the fashion? I definitely want Jazzy to come back for sure. I think that Jazzy has a storyline there. She's friends with all the ladies. I enjoyed her at the reunion, by the way. Yeah, I want Jazzy to come back. I don't need Cherise there. And also, if Karen is in, if Karen is still in jail, Cherise is not going to be able to hold her accountable because she'll still be in jail. I don't think that Escala is reality TV ready. I think that Escala's personality is too laid back. It's too quiet for TV. Great gowns, beautiful gowns, in the words of Aretha Franklin, but I don't think that Escala is reality TV material, and that's not a bad thing. But I don't think that it was for her. Yeah, yep, you completely forgot that Escala was on the show too. Yeah, I did too. Jazzy said everyone's invited to her wedding too. Yeah, and that right there, that's a storyline. That's a filming opportunity. They're all at her wedding. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Wendy should say what part of it is a lie if it's really a lie. Yeah, I agree, but you know what it is? I mean, I don't think that anybody really wants to confirm that their show is on pause, because I think that people get nervous that if they do confirm it, then that might mean that they might be, let go, or Bravo might decide to revamp the whole show. So yeah, I think that I don't think that what Wendy did, saying it's a lie, I'm not surprised by that, because I think that anybody would say that, so that way Bravo doesn't get any ideas to fire the cast. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Wendy should not have said anything. Eventually, we will see the truth. Yeah, I think that just leave it alone. Leave it alone, because if it ends up being that they really are on pause, it's gonna look silly. So yeah, I think in times like these, just don't say anything. Don't confirm, don't deny anything. Just let Bravo make their announcements, and you just stay quiet. You're right. Stay quiet, stay pretty, stay paid. Don't pay all these reports any mind. I think they are waiting on Karen, or close to, when she'll be released. It's only a year. Oof, that's a long time. That is a long time. Yes, didn't Caroline Brooks say the same thing about Dubai, and Dubai went on pause? Yeah, yep. Caroline Brooks did. So she said, oh yeah, we're not going on pause. Then the next week, Bravo announced that they were canceling the show, or putting them on pause, which means cancellation. But I digress. Am I the only person who wants a season without Karen? I wouldn't mind that either, but I just think that with the severity of what happened, I think that we all want to see Karen take ownership, and we want to see them press her. So I get your sentiments, but I do feel like the majority of the viewers want to see Karen there, so that they want to see if she'll take ownership to what happened. I don't know. The Dallas girls all confirmed the pause when it was announced. Yep, they sure did. We can see Karen in season 11. Oh, I mean, listen, if y'all want to see a Karen-less season for season 10, let Bravo know, so that way they can start filming. She can take ownership when she gets out, if she even wants to come back. I think that Karen will want to come back because of that money and the fame. A pause will hurt Potomac. It's not that solid. I agree. Just one season. I'm still not over the fact that she turned down 6 months house arrest. Yeah, I'm still floored about that too. But it shows you how arrogant Karen really is. I don't think they can carry the show without Karen. They need Candiace to save it. Yeah, I think, listen, if they're going to continue filming without Karen, then they need to bring somebody else back. I do think that Candiace coming back could be interesting because she's a mom. We all want to hear about her motherhood journey, the lingering beef between her and Giselle and her and Ashley. That would be entertaining. You know, her dynamics with Stacey, Jazzy, Kiarna, Wendy, that could also be really fun to watch. So yeah, I think that if we do get a Karen-less season, then bring Candiace back and we can see how that plays out. You know, oh, okay, so, it's split. Some of y'all are saying yes, some of y'all are saying no thanks. Well, listen, either way, I just feel like Potomac is in a very, what's the word? A very precarious situation right now. They're in a very weird place because one of their biggest anchors, one of the OGs, is off to jail, and her storyline is a major storyline. So yeah, they're in a tough spot. I don't know if Robin should come back. I think that if Robin comes back, maybe bring Robin back season 11 or season 12. But I don't think that Robin should come back next season. And I don't know. Robin didn't bring a whole lot to the show. I think, well, okay, so if Robin comes back, the only way I would be okay with Robin coming back would be if Candiace also came back, because Candiace had beef with Robin and Giselle, right? They had a real friendship. Wendy and Robin were also on the outs. So there's a storyline right there. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm not sold on Robin, but if she were to come back, I would want for Candiace to come back as well. I don't know, y'all. I think we need to look at some new people coming onto Potomac. But you know what it really is? Ultimately, we're in this boat with casting because things have not been right since season 5. Season 5 put such a dark stain over this franchise. So it's like casting decisions, I just don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like had season 5 never happened, we could still go on peacefully with this cast. I don't know. I don't know anymore. We'll have to see what happens. But either way, Potomac is in a very tight spot. Like, we can all agree with that they're in a very weird situation. And whatever happens next can either make or break their franchise for good. You want her back? You want Monique back? No, no. The only way I will accept that is if she apologizes and takes full accountability for what she did to Candiace. That is the only way I'll be okay with her coming back. I know the Monique stans are about to get me in the comments when they watch the replay, but I don't care. You've been following me for quite some time. You know how I feel about that whole situation. The only way I'll be okay with Monique coming back is if she takes full ownership. But I really don't want to see her back. I don't. And her lifestyle isn't even the same anymore. She's divorced. There are no 4 houses. She was on that podcast saying that there was, no, she didn't get child support or alimony. She got a one-time settlement. Then she said that she's, her and her kids have been flying Southwest. So the days of first class and Delta One are over. We already joke about how Potomac is one of the brokest franchises. We want wealth. So it's no shade. But, I don't want to see, no money and no ownership. No, thank you. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. Okay. Poor Potomac. Shout out to Rodney the Voice, because he always says that and I scream every time. Ciao. Yes. Shamia's palatial mansion is the standard now. Exactly. I want more of that. I want more of that. Child, oh, let her sell her oils in peace. She thinks that she's too good for any show that asks her to be honest. Yup, she sure does. That woman has a very hard time taking ownership. The way she acted, did you guys watch Love and Marriage DC on OWN when her and Chris were on there? I told you guys right then and there that they were going to get divorced. She could not stand him on that show. She could not stand him. She was miserable. He was miserable. He couldn't do it. It was a hot mess. And when she talks about that show, there's no ownership. She's blaming production for how she was viewed on the show. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never it was my fault. It's always, it was their fault. This network set me up. Bravo set me up to fail. OWN set me up to fail. Carlos King set me up to fail. The white people set me up to fail. The black people set me up to fail. The viewers set me up to fail. It was everybody's fault. It's always everybody's fault except her fault. It's a mess. It's a mess. Yes. The Love and Marriage DC show, it showed her true colors. Monique has unfinished business and is ratings gold. Now, I'm not going to hold you. If she were to come back and have a sit down with Candiace, that would be a conversation for the ages. That is definitely ratings gold, right? We all want to see that. But my thing is, I don't want to be tricked into believing that she takes ownership and then she pulls the wool over our eyes and doesn't do that. I only want to see her take full accountability. If she can't do that, then I don't need her back on. Hey, Sinevia, thank you for the super chat. Happy Sunday, Brooke. I submitted my final assignment of my NBA and just finished 20 minutes straight on the Stairmaster. I don't want Karen this season of RHOP. Well, first of all, congratulations. That is amazing. That's really awesome. And the Stairmaster is no joke. So a double congratulations to you. All right. You're having a good Sunday. I know that's right. You don't want Karen back on this season of RHOP. I'm neutral. I guess I just don't. If Karen doesn't come back on for season 10, then I need for everybody else to step it up with their storylines, right? I need them all to carry their own weight and do a good job. If she comes back, I need her to take accountability for what she did, period. I think one of y'all said that, one of y'all said in the comments that, I can't stand her. Or I hate her. I don't hate anybody. Let's be clear about that. I don't hate anybody. I'm very much the type of the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. Okay. There's no, hate about Monique. Like, let's be very clear about that. Okay. I don't like what she did. I was a fan of hers up until she assaulted Candiace and took no ownership. Because I don't like what somebody did does not mean that I hate them. And that's people's problems now. They don't want to critique somebody because they feel like that means you hate them. You have folks talking about, oh, you're being too hard on Karen. You know, who are you to judge? You're not God. I know I'm not God. And two, nobody's judging her. I'm just saying that what Karen did was wrong and there's no ownership. I need for folks to stop saying that you hate somebody because you call out a bad behavior. What Monique did was wrong. I'm not saying that she's the worst person in the world. I'm not saying that she's a monster. What I'm saying is what she did was wrong. And she has a pattern of not taking ownership. She did it on Potomac, Love and Marriage, DC. It's always somebody else's fault but hers. And that's a problem. And I'm allowed to state how I feel. And it does not mean that I hate her. I'm just saying that I personally do not want to see her back unless there will be ownership of what happened in season 5. Because you could say what you want, but Potomac was on an upward trajectory until season 5 happened. That season tanked. They put a dark cloud over this show for a long time. So, you know, I'm just saying, I don't think about Monique. I don't think about Monique at all. Only until somebody brings her up or she's in the news. Then I talk about her because you want me to talk about her, right? I don't hate the woman. All I'm saying is just apologize for what you did and we can move on. But I don't have any hate in my heart. And because I critique somebody does not mean that I hate them. And I want folks to get out of that mindset of saying that. Because I critique Garcelle or Sutton on Beverly Hills, y'all want to say, oh, you know, Brooke, I can't believe you. So that means that I don't like them because I critique them? Y'all get mad at me in the comments about whatever, about how I pronounce somebody's name. Am I saying, oh, you hate me? No, I'm not immature. I'm allowed to critique the same way you're allowed to critique. And I know that you don't hate me, or I hope you don't hate me. I don't know. The way some of y'all be talking to me in those comments, it be feeling like some hate. But it's Sunday. We're not going to talk about all that. But what I'm saying is, I don't hate Monique. All I'm asking for is some ownership about what she did. And this franchise has never been the same since season 5. And we can all agree to that. That's all I'm saying. If Bravo does decide to bring her back, so be it. I'll still be watching and commenting, but just know that I will want to see some ownership. That's it. That's it. That's it. I didn't mean to go off on that rant, honey, but I just had to say that because I saw that in the comments and I just said, no, we're not doing this today. All right. Okay, child. So anyhow, all right. What did Nene say? Let him know, Greg. Honk the horn on him, Greg. All right. But anyhow, let's move on to Atlanta. I want to talk about Nene's show. Did you guys see? Nene has her show, the Nene Leak Show, here on YouTube. Now, what was it? Just 2 months ago, Nene had the podcast with her and Ciara from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It looks like that show is no longer. I saw that Funky Dineva said that they had a small falling out and that's why they're not doing the podcast anymore. I'm not surprised. I didn't think that Nene and Ciara were a fit, especially for a podcast, but okay. But Nene has her show out, the Nene Leak Show on YouTube. I saw the first episode. She had Carlos King on and Michelle ATLian, Michelle Brown. I'm not going to hold you. Every time I see her, I immediately think about the drama that took place in 2016 here on YouTube that introduced me to Alexander Rogers and everybody else because of that stuff that went down between Michelle Brown and Funky Dineva. That whole drama is legendary. But I always think about that when I think about Michelle, when I see Michelle Brown. But anyhow, I saw she had her first episode. Personally, I feel like Nene should have done this years ago. I saw a few of y'all saying that it feels like it's too little, not too little, too late, but it just feels like it's I don't know. I just feel like Nene, not she's grasping at straws, but something about it feels off. And how do I say it? I'm just gonna say it. I think that Nene should have done this several years ago, but I also feel like her heart's not into it. You can tell when somebody gets on YouTube for a quick check. And a lot of these reality girls look down on YouTube, and then all of a sudden they jump on YouTube when they hear that you can make a bag off of YouTube, but it requires hard work. And I don't know if Nene's going to keep this up. Like I don't know. You know what it just feels like another money grab. And I'm not invested because I don't feel like Nene's invested in this. You know? Child. It was a different side of Nene. I'll watch another episode. We shall see. Yeah, I'll give it 2 more episodes. But there's a part of me that feels like we won't be getting any more episodes anytime soon. Something about this feels like Nene is going to fall off like she did with the podcast with Ciara. Remember, Nene had her YouTube channel. She started that in 2018. We only got a few videos. She stopped doing it. A lot of these girls treat YouTube as a quick money grab. Let me make $1. Let me get off. Their hearts aren't in it. I don't know if Nene's heart is in this new endeavor. I don't. Oh, you couldn't get through it? Child. Nene needs to be consistent with her YouTube channel. Exactly. She's not consistent. She's not. Like Wendy's show. Yes. Listen, love Dr. Wendy down, but Dr. Wendy left her YouTube channel for dead. She left that channel for dead. And Eddie wrote her that check for 50 grand for her to, blossom. And she's given us a total of what, like 12 episodes? These girls are not consistent. Karen had a YouTube channel. Yep, she sure did. Karen had it. Yep, she only gave us like 3 videos. The girls are not consistent. They think that YouTube is a quick money grab. They don't care. Their hearts are not in it. And it shows. And with the Nene show, I don't think that Nene's heart is in it. I'll give her maybe 5 episodes until she leaves it for dead as well. I haven't watched Nene's YouTube yet. I'm just not interested. I understand. She said on IG that she was doing both shows. Did that change? Well, Funky Dineva said on his live the other night that they got into a small falling out. So who knows? She needs a show like Wendy Williams. Yeah, but one thing about it though, Wendy Williams had an incredible work ethic. A lot of these women don't have that same work ethic. So if God's going to bless you with that opportunity, you need to be ready for it. I don't think that Nene's really ready for that. I think that these women want the check, they want the fame, but they don't want to put the work in it. And in my opinion, Nene's best gig was being on the Housewives. Quiet as it's kept, loud as it is. Nene flourished with an ensemble cast. I don't think Nene's quick-witted nor articulate enough to do a Wendy Williams type show. Okay, clock it. Exactly. Nene sparring with one of the girls on Housewives is a lot different than having to host your own show every single day. And, Nene was over here talking about Bridemaid and Organic. So yeah, it's no shade, but I'm going to need you to have a decent command of the King's English if we're going to have a talk show. Wendy Williams had excellent diction, elocution. She had a great command of, the English language. Listen, y'all, it's no shade, but let's be real. Let's be real. Talk about, there was another word that she would always say incorrectly. What was it? What was it? Oh my gosh. I'm so annoyed. It's like on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. But yeah, Wendy was real. Wendy studied that. Yeah, she was broadcast journalism major. Yep, she was an excellent command of the English language, excellent diction, very articulate. And Wendy could also give you, she could give you some slang and ebonics, but she knew she could do both. Nene is giving you bridemaid, organic. What's the other word? She would always say, accolades. She would say accolades or something like that. So I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all have me screaming. Wait, coincidence? Wait, how did she say it? She said, is it coincident? Wait, no. She said that? No. That's why she would get mad at Kenya when Kenya corrected her. Oh, she said coincident? I didn't hear her say that. Child. There was another word that she was saying wrong. They were out at that Mexican restaurant. Remember that? It was when Claudia Jordan was on, and she was ordering for them, and she said, "Oh yeah, can I have some taquinos?" And the waiter was like, "You mean taquitos?" And she got mad at the waiter for correcting her. I said, "Girl, how are you mad at the waiter doing their job?" The waiter's just trying to help you out so that way you don't go out saying taquinos. Oh my gosh. But yes, I just need for Nene's heart to be in this talk show. Period, point blank. So I honestly think she knows how to pronounce words, and she's being funny, laughing my A off like Tyler Perry saying yeller instead of yellow. I don't know. I think that I don't know, because think about it though. She does get mad when people correct her. So I don't know. I don't know if she's being funny about it. You might be right. Am I missing super chats? Oh, I missed a lot. Apologies, y'all. This live has been so lit. Hey, YY, thank you for the super chat. Any word on BravoCon? I'm waiting for tickets. I know that they go on sale in May, if I believe. Yeah, they're going on sale soon. So I guess, yeah, they went on sale in May the last time. So look out for May. Hey, Andrea Rogers, thank you for the super chat. I was the one who said hate. Oh, with the laughing emoji. Okay, I should have said dislike. I apologize for my choice of wording. No, it's okay. No, listen, don't even worry about it. I appreciate you. Thank you. But no, I love you right back. Yeah, I just want to clear it up for anybody. I don't hate any of these women. I get disappointed in how they act, but there's no hate in my heart for anybody. Oh, I love you, my Godiva says. Thank you so much. Monique is and was a huge disappointment. I own that. I was wrong. Yeah, I mean, listen, I was floored because I really rode hard for Monique. If you watch my prior recaps back in the day when I first started my channel, I loved Monique. Monique could do no wrong. So when this whole thing happened in season 5, I was like, my heart hurt. If you remember the fight episode, the first 15 minutes of that recap is me just like, I was livid. I was like, oh, how could you? We were rooting for you. How could you let us down like this? Yeah, my heart really hurts when I think about Monique and Candiace, because that was a real friendship. But yes, no, thank you for your super chat. Don't even worry about it. I love you right back. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Hey, Blue Hoodie, thank you for the super chat. The sound engineer was the MVP. CK was screaming and kicking his feet. My ears were kept safe. You're talking about Carlos King? Hey, So Fresh, So Clean, 1234.5. Thank you for the super chat. Nene was funniest when she was poor. Well, okay. Yeah. Oh, no. You know what? I think that Nene was, no, when Nene got that money, Nene was really funny because that infamous scene when she gets the Rolex from John and she says, bling, 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 bitches is mad. Like, no, that was iconic. I don't know. I feel like Nene gave us her best when she was broke, but also when she started getting that money, she was also hilarious too. Right? I don't know. I think that Nene gave us laughs all throughout. And then towards the end of her housewives career, she kind of seemed like she was in a really pissy mood. But yeah, like the first 7, 8 seasons when she was broke and then rich, she was hilarious, in my opinion. Hey, Liberia Rose, thank you for the super chat. If J Hud can have a talk show, Nene certainly can. You know what? That's a good point. Because Jennifer Hudson, she's very talented, great singer, but Jennifer does not ask the right questions. Do you guys watch her show? I'll watch her show when I work out in the morning. And it's like pulling teeth for her to get, for her to ask a good question. I'm like, Jennifer Hudson, please, like, be a good interviewer. But yeah, no, Jennifer Hudson is nice lady, but she's not really great in the talk show space. I'm happy to see Black women, getting opportunities, but I'm going to need her to up her game with the interviewing because the questions that she asks, the show is so boring. The guests are the ones who bring the fun, but yeah, she doesn't ask the right questions. Yes, when she got those veneers, yep, they're done. They're done. Yes, honey, Nene was hilarious, honey, broke or rich. Hey, YY, thank you for the super chat. Love you, Brooke. Would love to hear more. Would love more of your videos on life lessons and advice. All right, I'm gonna get on that. I have more of that to come. Yes, the spirit tunnel saves Jennifer's show. I agree with that. Child, listen, I'm not trying to be funny, but her show, I don't want to be mean, but it's kind of a snooze fest. She was interviewing, I saw when she interviewed Coco Jones and Glorilla. And then I think last week she interviewed, who did she interview? She interviewed, I forgot, but that says a lot right there that I'm forgetting who she's interviewing. But anyway, every time I watch her, she's just not asking fun questions. Like the show is just like puts me to sleep. You know? Nene will do great. Let us support our people to be independent. Yeah, I mean, no one's saying not be independent. All I'm saying is that Nene has to really want this. She has to be invested into her channel and into the show. And the fact that she left her YouTube channel for dead, she's already, I don't know if she's not doing the podcast anymore with Sierra, but let's see. Let's see. A lot of these women, their hearts are not into their YouTube channels. So I'm just speaking from that perspective. I want her to do well, but I do want her to be invested. Yep, be consistent. Exactly. Jen doesn't have the personality. Yeah, she's because with her, she doesn't want to really talk about gossip. She's not like, you have to be animated. You have to be like entertaining, and she's very laid back, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like, if you don't have that extra oomph to you, then you don't need to be a daytime talk show host. And Jen is very she talks very, low, and she's very, it just doesn't click for me. And Wendy was very animated, very much, like, how you doing? Like all that stuff. Like Wendy was like fun. Like she was fun on the radio. And Jen does not have that quality. J Hud is a guest, not a host. Yes. That's why I prefer Kelly Clarkson's show. She's more invested. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson's also into it. Yes. But I'm going to need for Kelly Clarkson to find a stylist, because I was watching her show the other day and I said, Kelly, I said, girl, what? Oh my gosh. I said, what is this outfit? And Kelly has the money. Kelly's net worth is like what? $80 million, $60 million? Like these fashions. Kelly is still dressing like when she was on American Idol as a contestant. Child. Like, Kelly Clarkson is fun. She asks really good questions, but yeah, I'm gonna need that style to pick up. Yes, they're not as messy as Wendy. Yeah, they need to be messy. I think that Sherry Shepherd, saying what you want about Sherry, but Sherry tries to be engaging. I will give her that. They're fun. Hey, Lloyd J74, thank you for the super chat. I certainly don't want to see anyone destitute, and I'm glad Nene has found something to do, but I think she's burned too many bridges. Yeah, I agree. The only way she'll be back on Housewives is if she apologizes to Andy Cohen face to face. Because I know that she signed a contract with NBC Universal. So if she wants to get back on to Bravo on The Real Housewives, she's going to need to apologize and kiss the ring. Because you just can't sue the network and then say that your boss was a racist, user. So she needs to apologize if she wants back on the show, period. Hey, Tamara Washington, thank you for the super chat. Sherry Shepherd and Tamron Hall give it. Yes, I like Tamron Hall's show too. Tamron Hall does a really good job. They can be fun and hold people accountable. Hence, Tamron Hall made Kenya accountable. Hello. Yes. Tamron Hall was like, now, Kenya, what did you do to get fired off of that show? And Tamron also put Portia's feet to the fire when Portia and Simon got together. And Portia was mad at her and said that she was mean. I like Tamron Hall's show a lot. Hey, Elren, thank you for the super chat. Nene's show is too late. I agree. She should have done this years ago. She's too Hollywood. She kept cutting off Carlos. She kept cutting Carlos off, centering herself. Is for money and attention because RHOA is back and she's missing out. I agree. I agree with you. I agree. I think that Nene should have done this show at least 6 or 7 years ago. But now it just feels like a quick money grab. Annie ain't never bringing her back. Nene did clap when the ATLian lady when she kept trying to say NBC Universal was using ICE against Simon. Nene was like, don't put it on my network. Yeah, Nene is trying to get back in. She's trying to sweet talk the network. Tamron also got in Larsa Pippin's. Yep, she did. Larsa was really upset. Larsa was really upset with Tamron. I think Potomac gained momentum due to the reunion, so a season without Karen would be what the Dr. Wendy ordered. Well, that's a good point. I think that will people watch without Karen? I think that they will, but I do feel like the pressure for everybody else to bring a legit storyline is going to be that much higher. So that is a gamble if they do have the show without Karen and nobody has a storyline, because I'm telling you right now, people want to see Ashley bring something and not this BS with her and Josh. They're going to want Giselle to have a storyline. They're going to want Stacey to have a real storyline, not this fake romance with TJ. Kiarna. I think Kiarna will give us a storyline with her being single, navigating that. They're going to want to see Wendy with the storyline. So it's like the pressure to have a real storyline is really going to be a lot on the ladies if they do proceed without Karen. If Mia's back, I won't be watching. I really don't think Mia's going to be back. And then especially, did you guys see she was on Twitter saying that she wants to be switched and go to Atlanta? Now, Mia, the Atlanta girls will eat you alive. I don't think that Mia has a chance with them because Mia's not clever. She's not witty. We don't get any good reads from her. The money's not there. The fashion isn't there. That can work on Potomac when a lot of your castmates are in the same boat as you. But on Atlanta, the girls have a coin. Shamia, what's her name? Kelly with the fried chicken and waffles. Portia has money. Angela Oakley's married to Charles Oakley, the basketball player. So yeah, I think that Mia does not stand a chance on Atlanta. I think she needs to worry about finding a job and taking care of her kids and call it a day. But I don't think that Mia will be a good addition on Atlanta. Mia will fade to the background because I don't think that Mia can keep up with Atlanta. And Mia's lies don't make any sense. And we already have our liar on Atlanta, and that's Drew. So yeah, we don't want to see Mia on there. Mia wouldn't survive RHOA. She got eaten alive, but not surprised since Mia thinks that she's Beyonce in her delusional head. Yeah. But no, I think that even Mia knows that she wouldn't survive Atlanta. No, yeah, that wouldn't, I don't even think that would fit. Who would Mia be like friends with? I guess what? Her and Drew? Two liars or what? Or her and Portia? But I don't know, y'all. Mia needs to focus on her and Ink and their joint podcast, whatever they're doing together. I don't know. Hey, Rahina, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Brooke. I'm late. No worries. Just wanted to say hello. Will this be uploaded to the podcast? Yes, I'm going to upload this to the podcast for sure. For sure. And Rahina, it was so nice meeting you at the live show last month. We had a good old time. You were very lovely. And Miss Rahina was a celeb at the live show too, honey. But thank you again, Rahina. And yes, this will be uploaded later on today. Oh, you said not her money is missing in action. Exactly. Where is it? It's not in Potomac, and it damn sure won't be in Atlanta. And sorry, but the Atlanta girls have some coin. So the difference between Mia not having any money with those girls, it's gonna look a lot different because on Potomac, you got a few of those girls scrambling too. So Mia, we don't want to see you on Atlanta. All right, we don't. No, thank you. Child, she probably thought she could fit in with Britt and Kelly because they all have fake lips, but they have money. And they seem to be fun from what I'm seeing. Mia has no storyline to give us. We don't want to hear about who's the father of my child when I know who the father of my child is, but I'm doing this for a storyline. We don't want to see that. I don't want Mia on Atlanta. Keep her off of our screens. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see her. Now, I do want to jump into Married to Medicine. Oh, wait, one more thing about Atlanta. So Shamia and Britt have allegedly already fallen out. I've seen Shamia doing her press run. She said that we're going to see later on this season that Britt says something about her baby who had the health issues. You know how she has her youngest daughter who's only 15 months. She had the health issues. And I hate hearing that. I hate to hear about a baby having health issues. That breaks my heart. But Shamia is claiming that Britt said something about her youngest baby daughter. So I'm just like, girl, what? Come again? If that's the case, then Britt, you can leave this show right now, because absolutely not. That's unacceptable. So we're going to see about Miss Britt Edie, honey. But yeah, that's the reason why Shamia and Britt Edie have fallen out and aren't close. Britt, you really better hope that that's not the case, because I can assure you, you will have a rough go at this reunion and in the fan base if what Shamia is saying is true. So I really hope that's not the case. But yeah, I saw Shamia has been doing her interviews, and she said that she called Britt a rotten peach. And also, Britt, it seems like you and Kelly have also fallen out too. So it's like, girl, what's tea? You fell out with the whole cast? First you and Kenya, now you and Shamia, and you and Kelly. It's like, it's giving that you're the problem. And if that's the truth, girl, you might need to just leave this show. Don't come back for season 17. So we'll see. Shamia said to keep watching, so we're going to see what really goes down. But yeah, I really hope that Britt did not say that. So I do want to touch on Married to Medicine. You guys saw the trailer for the reunion dropped last week. That reunion, I might have to tune in. I have not been watching the season all like that, but this reunion, I might have to tune in, because that argument between Dr. Simone and Quad, they're getting up in each other's faces like that. I said, hold on. Are they about to fight? And I feel like this happens every single reunion. So Dr. Simone is always screaming at Quad. And my thing is this. I know I have a lot of people who, you guys watch Married to Medicine. Y'all have let me know that I need to binge watch and just see like the real dynamics between them. But from what I've seen, I have always felt like Dr. Simone never liked Quad, and that she looks down on Quad. I'm just not understanding why Dr. Simone has all this hate for her. And in that trailer, I said, why are you screaming at her? And then to sit up there and say, you're just mad. Like what she's like, you're just mad because we're still friends with Greg, with Dr. G. I hated how that whole thing went down. They all sided with Dr. G instead of Quad, knowing that he was abusive. Like, their whole dynamic with Quad is just strange. And before anybody says, oh, Brooke, you need to go back and watch, and, you always take up for Quad. Just objectively, I just feel like the girls never gave Quad a chance. I've honestly always felt like Quad was the underdog. They looked down on her, and they're mad that she became a fan favorite and she's thriving without Dr. G. I really do think that. I think that Dr. Simone might hold resentment at the fact that Quad was not afraid to leave her marriage and that, that raggedy man behind, when she wanted to leave Cecil behind and they all said, no, girl, stay with your man. I think that there's some resentment there, that Quad is out here zipping it and zooing it, living her best life as a single woman, no kids. She loves her life, and they all feel, in a sense, trapped. I'm not saying it's all of them, but for some reason, Dr. Simone and Quad, there's something at the surface of why Dr. Simone hates that woman so much. I don't get it. I really don't. It's weird to me. And that clip that I saw in the trailer of them going at it, it's disturbing. And Dr. Simone, you're a doctor acting like this. It's like, what is going on? I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, they've always looked down on her. They've always looked down on her. Nobody can tell me any differently. Am I wrong? Listen, you know what? If you feel differently, that's fine. But from what I've watched of the show, I just feel like they do not give Quad a chance. And I'm not saying that Quad is a saint, because Quad has been low down herself. Quad can get messy. Quad can be petty. I'm not saying that Quad is above reproach or that she's perfect. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying at the core of their issues, the main issue, in my opinion, stems from they all look down on Quad and they are mad that she has picked herself up. She's doing well and does not need Dr. Gregory. Just my 2 cents. I know y'all are telling me to go watch. Wait, no, you got to go back and watch from the beginning, because they absolutely gave her a chance after chance. That's why she's not liked. But siding with her abuser is not okay. Now, wait. So I watched the whole first season. I remember how Toya was low-key calling Quad ghetto and like a hood rat and all that stuff. They were laughing at her about something. So I don't know if I can really believe that, because I don't. And then also, Dr. Simone was always trying to sun Quad too. I don't know if I believe that. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but I don't think they ever gave her a chance. I don't. Listen, you know what? I'm never too proud to say I might be wrong. But from what I remember in season 1, none of them gave her a chance. And Toya was over there talking about, she's not, polished, or she's this, she's that, she's lowbrow. So I don't know, friend. You know what? I'll go back. If you want me to go back and watch, I'll go back and watch. They called Toya dumb and lazy. Yes, Carrie was so Carrie was nasty to her. I remember her. Do you think Married to Medicine needs a reboot? Yeah, I think so. It's like the show this season, from what I've watched, right? I have not been watching all the episodes, but the few episodes I've watched, it has been so much misery, confusion, strife, pain, fighting, Heavenly versus Contessa. Dr. Heavenly brought up Contessa's dead mother, right? Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. They were fighting about that this season. This whole mess with Dr. G and Quad and Sweet Tea and King. Dr. Simone scream, like it's a mess, y'all. They need a reboot. Nobody seems happy. They're all screaming about the same thing. Dr. Simone and Quad still going at it, It's just so much hate between them. Dr. Heavenly seems like she has so much hate in her heart. Listen, these women have been on this show now for over a decade. I think it's time for us to revamp and reboot. The fact that we have doctors who are in their 50s and 60s screaming and carrying on like this is too much. And yes, Simone and Jackie can be the first to go if they ever reboot. Yeah, and also, Dr. Jackie, from what I've been seeing, Dr. Jackie's storyline has gone to the wind a long time ago. Dr. Jackie does not need to be there. And I don't look at Dr. Jackie as the voice of reason or this saint. I'll look at Dr. Jackie as just as messy and mean as everybody else. She's just slick with it because she's quiet. But Dr. Jackie is nobody's sweetheart, in my opinion. They need to make some changes, because the energy from this cast has gotten out of control. Jackie been a mess. Oh, you said bored? Dr. Jackie's storyline non-existent. Yeah, where is it? Sick of Dr. Simone and her lazy, ungrateful hubby and her boys. Oh, wait. So that y'all said in the last episode, because her and Cecil bought that apartment for the boys, right? And the agreement was they have to clean up after themselves. And their apartment was like super dirty. And Dr. Simone and Cecil came in to clean it up. These boys are 24 and 25. The fact that they are not taking care of themselves, not cleaning up after themselves, that's disgusting. And I don't even know why she wants to showcase that for the world to see. Hey Lloyd J74, thank you for the super chat. They can cancel Married to Medicine anytime. It's a damn shame that after all these years, there has been little growth. Yeah, it seems like it's been more and more pain and nonsense. And hold on, Dr. Heavenly called Cecil or one of the husbands, you know what? You know, I don't know if I can say the word on YouTube. You know, it starts with a P. What Kendrick accused Drake of in Not Like Us. Is that what Heavenly said about Cecil or somebody else? Let me know. But yeah, I'm like, y'all are too old and y'all are too established to be going out this sad. There has been no growth, in my opinion. These women cannot stand each other. Hey, Steph, thank you for the super chat. Heavenly is the main reason why Greg and Sweet Tea are even back, but Heavenly is supposed to be close with Quad. Now, Heavenly is apologetic for bringing them. Quad knew the play all along. She wanted the check, in my opinion. Now, wait, I have a question for you, Steph. If Heavenly is the reason for Greg and Sweet Tea being back on the show, right? Is Quad mad at her because, well, no, you just said Quad knew the play all along. She wanted the check. Okay, no, I answered my own question. Sorry. No, I was going to ask, was Quad ever upset with Heavenly for doing that, though? Because I would be pissed if my friend brought my ex-husband who hates me still and his new wife on the show. Like, I don't know. Heavenly said that about Dr. G. Oh, about Dr. G. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. The whole cast needs to be reined in. I don't look at Dr. Jackie. Tamra, yeah, Tamra is really good. I don't look at Dr. Jackie as the voice of reason at all. Yeah, I don't either. They are not real friends. They all helped get Greg and Sweet Tea on. No, Quad isn't mad with Heavenly. Never. Nobody blames Heavenly for any of this. Wow. Why do they seem to give Heavenly a pass for this? Like, I don't get it. It's weird. Quad was upset, especially after how they tried to kick her off. Hey, SpongeBob, thank you for the super chat. You're not wrong. Toya was never really here for Black women, especially Quad. Meanwhile, her flat-footed funky had a whole fight with Mariah. I remember that. That was in season 1. Flat-footed is taking me out right now. That's not true. Quad was definitely mad at Heavenly. She expressed that she felt betrayed. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Thank you. Quad had no choice but to go with it last season. They were already kicking her out. Heavenly has apologized for bringing them, and Quad is playing the game and letting Greg show his ass. Okay. Heavenly apologized profusely, allegedly. Flat-footed has me yelling. The problem is that Quad is not married to medicine. But she used to be married to medicine, though. So it's not like she... And also, wasn't Quad... She was in the medical field because she was doing... She was selling medical equipment, if I remember. That's how her and Dr. G met. Correct me if I'm wrong here. But yeah, I feel like Quad has some ties to the community because she was in medical sales, if I remember correctly. These women have destroyed this show. It has become Married to Misery. Yeah, they all look miserable. And the housewives are not housewives. Oh, clock it. We're getting a lot of, most of them are divorced. Coming on here single. You're correct. If the housewives can be unmarried and single and divorced, then Quad can be on Married to Medicine with no medical affiliation. I agree. Yes, she was she was a salesperson. Okay, thank you. A medical device salesperson. Okay, thank you. Healthcare attorney, etc. Mariah, get your show back. More like Married to Medicare. This is the standard Bravo set and allows. I don't blame the women. I blame Bravo. Hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat. Jackie is quietly sinister and Heavenly is awful. Yeah, I agree. I always thought Heavenly was nasty. Heavenly was, oh my God. I did not like her when she first joined the show. I thought she was horrible from jump. And yeah, Jackie's very quiet, but she's she's a quiet storm. She gets other people to do her bidding, but she is just as nasty as everybody else. But she gets away with it because she's considered classy and demure and mindful. Yeah, I think Dr. Jackie is mean too. Yeah. Heavenly is Jackie's mouthpiece. I agree. Yep, a silent sneak. Yep, I agree. You said Dr. Jackie's the real monster. Oh my gosh. They need to get rid of everybody. Maybe keep Quad. You know, I think that Quad's personality, she would be able to handle housewives as well. I think that if somebody did jump shows, Quad could easily fit in the housewives. Quad is not literally married to Madison, but she is married to Madison as a show. Yeah, can't act like we don't associate the show with her. LOL. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that yep, right. So we're on the same page, right? If anybody were to transfer shows, I do think that Quad would be a shoe-in for Housewives of Atlanta. Quad is witty. She's beautiful. Body is snatched. Face card does not decline. She has the fashions. She has the cars. She loves to live well. She's dramatic. She's animated. We all know her. So I think if Married to Medicine were to be canceled, I would want to see Quad on Housewives. Oh, you said Quad's voice is always shaking. Dr. Jackie thinks we don't see her. Yeah, she does. You said Quad is a crybaby to me. I don't like Greg either. Yeah, no, yeah, Quad does cry a lot, but I mean, listen, I have a soft spot because I cry a lot as well. So I get it. Okay, I'm a crier. I'm a crybaby. I will sob. All right. I will sob, honey. So not too much on us crybabies, okay? Oh gosh. Honey, I will sob, honey. Yes. Yes. Listen, baby, I am a crier. I will cry, but I know how to get somebody together if need be. Like I know when to not cry, but don't get it twisted though. I will cry. Oh gosh. You said sorry, Brooke. I'm screaming, not too much on my girl. No, it's okay. Listen, I'm just joking around. It is okay. Listen, if you don't like Quad, that's fine. I'm not. We're just having good fun. But yeah, I want them all to revamp Married to Medicine because I'm tired. And when's Quad's birthday? It's in May too, right? My birthday is in May. And so and look at that. We're both criers. All right, y'all. Yes, you, Quad, and Candiace and Kyle running out. Not y'all getting me. Now, y'all, we have to talk about something that I have been waiting to talk to you about for a long time. I don't know if you watch Southern Charm. I'll be honest with you guys. I was never a big Southern Charm watcher. But for whatever reason, I started watching this season that's on right now. They're on what, season 10, season 11, whatever season is on right now, I'm watching it. No. I need you if you don't watch, you want to stay here. It involves desperation, and we have to talk. Desperation for a man, honey. Come here. There's a Black woman. They have one Black woman on the show. To say that she's a token is an understatement. They don't give her no camera time. She barely gets any words in. They barely talk to her. It's almost like she's an inanimate object. Like they treat her like she's a couch. Like they don't talk to her she could be like a lamp sitting there. They don't pay her no mind on the show. Her storyline this season, come close. Her storyline this season has been that she has some feelings for one of the guys on the show. His name is JT. If you have your phone out, Google Venita and JT. Google them right now, Southern Charm Bravo. I'm like scared to tell you because you're going to be like, okay. Now, mind you, JT and her had a bit of a flirtation going on earlier in the season. I'm not going to hold you. I wouldn't even call it a flirtation. If anything, it's flirting on her end. He's giving her nothing. Keep that in mind. The middle of the season, she invited him to her home to, I guess, talk about their feelings for each other, next steps, all this stuff. Mind you, she made branzino, mashed potatoes, asparagus. She had the good champagne out, Veuve Clicquot. Now, these are folks in Charleston, South Carolina, all about Southern gentlemen. Everybody's rich. He comes to her home empty-handed. So I was already blown, like, wait, come again? You don't come to anybody's home empty-handed. You know how I feel about that. But this, I can't even speak right now. That's how annoyed I am. He comes to her home empty-handed. He eats her branzino, eats all her food, all this stuff. Tells her, oh, by the way, I have a girlfriend now. We can't be anything. She's devastated. That's strike 20. The following episodes, they go on a cast trip. They're in the Bahamas. Venita goes to his hotel room and tries to straddle him, and he rejects her, saying, look, I have a girlfriend. She's in the confessional saying, I know he wants me. I know he wants this. I feel sorry for his girlfriend because he's giving her crumbs and he's giving me everything. Are we watching the same thing? Where did you get that from that? This man has rejected you several times on the show, and you're saying that he wants you. Okay, so it gets worse. They come back from the trip from the Bahamas. A rumor gets spread around that he had referred to her, to his barber, as, some Black chick on the show wants me. I don't want her. So he's like, oh my gosh, I'm being set up. I never said that, all this stuff. So on the after show, Southern Charm has an after show. Now, okay, the first episode of this season, we see Venita and JT going to look at suits for him. They were going to some polo match or whatever, right? So in this latest after show, Venita admits that she paid for his suit. So when I tell you I could have hit the floor, I was so angry. I was like, are you stop? Hold the phone. What the F did you just say? She paid $5,000 for his suit. This is a white, rich man who has rejected you multiple times. And not only that, she's like, yeah, I paid $5,000 for his suit. And I thought that was going to be my husband. I thought that was my husband. We need to have a conversation about how a lot of the Black women on these white shows are desperate. Ciara on Summer House exhibits a lot of the desperate behaviors, but to see Venita talking about she thought this man was her husband when he has rejected her several times and then bragging about paying for his suit is alarming. And we need to talk about this. I have been on Twitter having damn near a whole meltdown about this because this needs to stop. Yeah, honey, in my own words, desperado. Absolutely. We need to talk about this. Venita has, and the saddest part is that this is her only storyline on top of that. But she's been making the rounds saying that I thought he was my husband and I can't believe he played me. And I'm thinking, this is Southern Charm. Southern Charm on Bravo comes on Thursdays. Listen, I need for women to wake up. I need for the Black women to wake the F up right now. The Black women on Bravo need to wake up like yesterday. You look like a fool. And then it doesn't help because on the show this season, one of the guys fell in love with a Black woman in the Bahamas. So that was a whole storyline of why they went to the Bahamas on the cast trip, right? He wanted to see this woman. The woman rejected him. They're all mad that they all he feels like, how dare this Black woman reject me? I'm from Charleston. I'm wealthy. I'm white. How dare you not want me? Yeah. So it's that going on there. So come to find out, the woman on TikTok, her name is Sienna. She revealed that Venita was so nasty to her during filming. And I'm like, Venita, that's strike 1,000. For you to sit up there and be nasty to this Black woman because she did not want this white man, and you're a mess. Girl, yes, Shep is trash, very much so. And I'm so happy that Sienna played him the way he's played all those other women. Venita is too beautiful and he is too corny, short, and insecure. Exactly. Venita is going out sad. Venita looks so goofy. Now, mind you, JT clapped back. He posted on social media, I think it was yesterday, that he forgot his wallet at home. So that's why Venita bought the suit. And then he said that he Cashapped her, he Venmo'd her immediately. So it wasn't like she just paid for the suit. But either way, the fact that Venita was there bragging about how she paid for the suit and she would do it again, you need help. You should not, y'all know how I feel about, you should not be buying a man anything. You don't need, a man does not need to be in your purse. And it's like the ancestors are weeping at how Venita is chasing after this man who does not want her on national TV. And it sends a bad message about how Black women are. That's damaging. Because now you have folks thinking that we're all desperate like you. And I feel like there's a pattern because a lot of these Black women who get on these all-white shows are really going out sad for mediocre white men. Ciara on Summer House looks crazy, still crying about West. Mama, the man moved on. Move on. It's so mind-boggling to me. And I want to say another thing about Ciara and the whole West situation. I feel like Ciara was desperate with that because, in my opinion, Ciara low-key approached him first. When he got into the house, she was all over him. I just need for our Black women on Bravo who are beautiful, just stop all this desperado behavior. It's craziness. But Venita, this season on Southern Charm, this needs to be your last season because you have gone out entirely sad. Girl, review this show. Oh, I see our white YouTubers talking about this show and I can't get with it. I might have to do it. Like, I might have to do a whole overview because this season has been just so raggedy. And I said, Venita, instead of focusing on JT, you need to be focused on why Miss Patricia has never allowed you into her house. There's a whole episode a few seasons ago when they were all having a party at what's his name? At what's his face? They were all having a party at Miss Patricia's house. And you know how her son Whitney lives there? And so they were all like, oh, can Venita come? And he's like, absolutely not. And I don't know if Bravo scrubbed that episode off the air, but people were saying that she's never been inside Miss Patricia's house. And I believe that. But yeah, Venita, this show is not for you. And you are going out incredibly, incredibly sad. And my heart is weeping for you. This man has told you, I don't want you. I have a girlfriend. And here you are saying out loud that you thought that this man was your husband. Those words should never leave your lips. Baby, I don't know what's going on. I just, what's with the desperado behavior lately? There's an uptick in desperation. There is an uptick in desperation. And I'm just like so upset. Girl, you got me wanting to find her and cuss her out on Instagram. Listen, child. I'm also surprised that this show is still on because in the earlier seasons, folks pointed out how Miss Patricia had those racist figurines in her house. She had those Sambo figurines in her house. And I'm like, wait, Bravo allowed this? They filmed in this lady's house knowing that she had all those racist pieces of art in her home and y'all let her film? That's crazy. A mess. We are living in the thirstiest time period. No, there's something going on. There is something going on, y'all. Like, there is just not right. The women are going out sad for men. It's like women are regressing. And the fact that Venita is over here bragging about how she's buying suits, she would do it again. He wants me. And this man has not even held your hand. Y'all haven't even kissed. Y'all never had sex, but you thought that man was your husband. And not saying that if you did all those things that means husband material either, because men will sleep with you and they have no intention of wifing you up or anything. Let's be clear. But what I'm saying is, I don't know how you had these feelings when nothing ever happened. It was very much TJ and Stacy. He was curving you at every inch, every step of the way. He curved you hard. So for you to say that I thought there was something there, how? It's just, child. Venita said they edited the show to make it look like the dinner happened before the Bahamas, but it didn't. It happened after. But that's still bad. But either way, though, that's still bad. That makes it worse. And she's on the after show today, present day, saying that she thought he was her husband. It's even if they did chop things and screw things before or after, it still looks bad because this man has still rejected her. He rejected her before the trip, after the trip. Like, he rejected her from beginning. So she still sounds crazy either way. Child. Thank you. But still, in the Bahamas, he rejected her. Exactly. So I don't want to hear that. I don't care if production did screw things up and they chopped things out of order. On that trip, he said, Venita, I have a girlfriend. Leave out my room. Say that again. What the elders always said, never let a man tell you more than once that he does not want you. Exactly. And especially not on national TV. You got to be a desperate Black person to be on Southern Charm anyway. Oh, child. Baby, that show is not for us at all. Yup, she made him branzino and he ate all her food, came to her house empty-handed. He ate all her food, drank up all her liquor in the words of Dwight Eubanks on Atlanta. And baby, he dipped out, rejected her, and said, shout out to everybody, I have fun. He didn't bring her a flower, not a cake, nothing. He came to her home empty-handed, ate up all her food, and then rejected her. And she's still talking about, oh, that was my husband. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. Venita has to get it together. Hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat. JT isn't cute. What a waste of food and champagne. Exactly. Do you really don't understand how angry I was? He wolfed down that plate, rejected her, and then dipped out. My heart was weeping for her. I started crying. That's how y'all don't understand. Like, my heart breaks when I hear about girls being desperate. My heart really, it truly breaks, because women need to know that they deserve more. Hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat again. Desperation has a smell and it's not Chanel No. 5. Exactly. Y'all, I can do a whole video. Y'all don't understand. People can sense when you are desperate. It is not a good thing at all, y'all. Please never be desperate for a man, friends, opportunities, a job. People, desperation repels. Stop. Hey, Rahina, thank you for the super chat. Preach, it's so disappointing watching these Black women on the white shows. I was so annoyed watching Ciara. Shep is garbage. Yes. And then remember when Ciara got with Austin on Southern Charm too, and he broke her heart and she was crying about him for a whole year and a half. A mess. Hey, Salty Slice, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, I love your unfiltered recaps. I need you to do a tier list of all the housewives to know what to watch, because RHOA and RHOP have become RHO flops. Oh, well, I can tell you right now. Please watch OC. OC is that girl. OC is that girl, okay? She's top 2 when she's not 2. Watch OC. If you've never watched before, OC is that girl. Hey, Rahina, thank you for the super chat. Also, I believe in men courting women. Oh, absolutely. The men have to love you more, period. Somebody was paying attention to their grandmother and their mother. Thank you. Say this again, please. Especially a white man, they have to worship the ground we walk on. Thank you. My husband is white. He had to work hard. I met your husband at the show. Yes, I could, baby. Y'all looked so happy. I mean, listen, you better tell the truth today, okay? Y'all, please listen to Rahina. Listen to Rahina, please. Please, it's the truth. It's the truth. It doesn't work. If you love the man more, it does not work. Please, y'all. Hey, Andrea Rogers, thank you for the super chat. Just dreadful in the words of Dwight. List, baby, it's dreadful, it's sad, it's pathetic. Hey, Sanivia, thank you for the super chat. Please open the finishing school. Here's my little donation. Listen, honey, I appreciate you. I'm going to get this school up and running. It's going to be up by tomorrow because I'm tired. The girls need help. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. JT is trash and Wes looks like Captain Caveman, a whole mess. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. You must love yourself more than you love him. Amen. Now, wait. Time out. Remember I was telling y'all about that TikTok mess with the girl with the throat spray? So there's some more mess. Look up. Baby, when I tell you, my heart just dropped. I don't even want to tell you guys this story. Look up Girlfriend pays for a Carnival cruise. A mess. There's a Black woman on TikTok. She has 4 kids. She wasn't specific. I don't know if it's 4 kids by 4 different men or 4 kids by the same man, but she's not with the baby's father. She has 4 kids. She has never been on a date before. I just want to know, how do you lay down with a man who's never bought you a flower, never taken you out on a date? That's not even the worst part of it. She met this man on I think on a dating app, and leave those dating apps alone. Go out. Don't, okay, go out. I'm serious, y'all. Look cute, dress up, go to a restaurant, go to a bar, go grocery shopping. You can meet, like, stop with these dating apps. Like, just stop. It's nothing but, like, stop, okay, please. Anyhow, she met this loser on a dating app. He took her out to Chili's. She was so happy to be on a real date for the first time in her life. 2 weeks later, she moves this man into her home with her 4 children. She has the nerve to tell us, because people were like, "Are you serious? Like, are you?" So she's like, some of, you don't know what it's like when you're swept off of your feet. A date to Chili's is sweeping you off of your feet. She moves this man into her home with her 4 kids. Of course, he's cheating on her. She's paying all the bills. He's cheating on her. So she bought them tickets to go on a romantic cruise, a Carnival cruise. I don't even want to tell, like, this. I'm just getting so mad. It's just so crazy. This is just so crazy. I kid you not. Yes, he swindled her. Yep. So all because he took her to Chili's, her first date, and she has 4 kids, but she's never been on a date before. She took him on a Carnival cruise. He was cheating on her. She's upset. She bought him a PS5. She bought him all this stuff. So she's upset and is like, well, should I leave him? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say anymore. Now we don't know if she took the kids on the cruise. I will bet you money that this cruise was only her and the man, and she left those kids at home. She's oh, y'all, if it's Chili's, Gina probably served them and told her he's a keeper. Not Gina from OC. Oh my gosh, baby. I should have been a man. Women are too easy to scam. Honey, listen, you guys, I'm weeping. My dad would be spinning in his ashes. So would mine. Well, now, so we all gave her advice in the comments, and she made a whole video saying, I shouldn't have said anything to y'all, and y'all don't know what it's like to be wined and dined. Wined and dined, Chili's, a triple dipper for what? $12.99 is wined and dined. We don't know what it's like to be wined and dined. You're sitting here in front of your camera telling us about your stupidity and desperation, but yet us women don't know how to be wined and dined. Oh my gosh, are you serious? My cousin had a car date and the man made her sandwiches. If you don't mind me asking, how old is your cousin? If you don't mind me asking, how old is your cousin? Wined and dined equals Carnival Cruise that she paid for. Moved him into the house with her 4 kids. Doesn't know this man from a can of paint. Bought him a PS5, giving him money, paying all the bills. But yet she was wined and dined. Oh, gosh. Honey, I just... My friend went on a first date and he took her to McDonald's. Now, I want to ask you, how old is your friend? Was this recent? We need to have a conversation. Like, we need to have a real conversation because something isn't right. And I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm not saying this to like bash people. I'm saying this because I'm concerned. And, you know, women are, you know, they have that trend on TikTok where it's like shoot or shoot, that Glorilla song. I like Glorilla, talented young lady. I like her music, but that whole shoot or shoot, and you see women shooting their shot with all these men, it's like, y'all, like, stop. Like, it's just not, if you had to, like, we're regressing. We're regressing. Women are moving men into their homes after a day at Chili's. Women are buying men all these extravagant gifts, giving them money, paying their bills, paying their rent. A man should not even feel comfortable to even ask you for money. Like, you need to look at yourself if you have a man who asks you for money. Men don't even feel comfortable to even play that game with me. Like, you should not even be giving those kind of vibes out. That, like, I just need for the girls to listen. And the sad part is this is happening across all the ages. You have the 20-year-olds acting stupid over men, the girls my age in their 30s acting stupid for men, the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-olds. There's a whole thing on TikTok with older women in their 50s and up getting scammed by men. Talk about, oh, you know, I paid for his rent and, you know, he left me, or just like, there's something going on. The 60-year-old women are getting duped by men. It's like, what is going on? There's something in the water, and we need to really just pray for the women, because everybody collectively is losing their minds, and it's all the ages. Yes, we need an intervention. We need an absolutely. Exactly. Men don't want our help. They don't. They resent women who help them. They do not fall in love that way. Y'all got to stop. This is why you hear all those stories about women putting a man through school or giving them money, and they're like, oh, he left me. I can't believe that, because they're not wired for that. They resent women who help them. If you are helping a man out, giving them money, paying for bills, they do not want you. You are that's like a mother to them. They don't want that. And you don't even feel right giving a man money, because that's not how it's supposed to be. Y'all got to stop this. And why do you even want to be with a man who doesn't want you? He only wants you because you have money. That doesn't feel right. Be with somebody who wants you, not because you're giving them money, like you're his mother and he's your son. Hey, Tamara Washington, thank you for the super chat. Did you watch the Ariana Madix interview? She said on air she would have never went back to Vanderpump. She didn't want to hold the show back, so that means the reboot can be because of her. Oh, I didn't see the interview. But yeah, I mean, the show had run its course anyway. Like, we were all tired of that whole cast, in my opinion. Both Tom Sandoval, the other Tom Schwartz, Katie, Ariana, Lala, they weren't bringing anything. So yeah, let's have a new cast. It's, I don't want to see Jax. Jax is on the Valley now. So yeah, it's time for a new cast. Hey, the Perfume Preppy, thank you for the super chat. Is the whining and dining in the room with us? No, it is not. Hey, Jay Stokes, thank you for the super chat. Hey, I've been watching OC since season 1. Yes, OC is that girl. OC, baby, OC is it. Hey, the Perfume Preppy, thank you for the super chat. I need women to stop paying for men. Money spent on men equals a bad investment. Teach the girls. Tell them. Say it again. Are y'all listening? Do y'all see this? It's a bad investment, y'all. It is a horrible investment. And you feel stupid, too. Don't do it. Hey, Tamara Washington, thank you for the super chat. Did you watch the Ariana Maddox interview? She said on air she would have never went back to Vanderpump. Okay. I think I got all the super chats. Yep, no return on investment. Yes, when Vanderpump started, the cast was young. Nobody wants to see middle-aged people who can't grow up. Exactly. I'm still on the $5,000 suit. Oh, gosh. I'm 23 and I know not to give a man money. Thank you. Somebody's listening. That TikTok story got me really heated because that woman is being swindled by a man that does not want her. He is using her. She has this man in her home with her 4 children. And you don't know if this man just got out of jail. You don't know if he might rob you one day. You don't know this man's intentions. And he's in your home with your 4 children, all because he took you to Chili's. What? Because he got you with a margarita with some Don Julio in it, and a triple dipper, and what? The artichoke dip, and you're head over heels over that? Exactly. He is a con artist. I pray he's not preying on the children. Yeah, she doesn't know. She does not know this man from a can of paint. And the fact that she moved him into her home with 4 kids. Exactly. How is she mad? We didn't tell her to pay for a Carnival cruise with a bum. Exactly. Well, no, she's mad because we are all calling her desperate and saying that this is loser behavior. That's why. That triple dipper will drop some panties. No, ma'am. If it takes a triple dipper, it should take a whole lot more than that. You can get a triple dipper yourself. You don't need any. What? It better take more than that. No, absolutely not. It ain't. No. It better not. It better not. If a triple dipper is what it takes, we have a long way to go. Okay. Yep, that's why men are so delusional now. Exactly. Okay, good. Not for me though. I'm too cute. Exactly. I was about to say. I said, I know you're joking. Yup, exactly. Yup. The other hobosexuals are in her DMs right now, ready to scam her too. Exactly. Child, y'all just throwing the coochie like a frisbee, baby. But the crazy part about that is y'all are throwing it around to men who don't want you. Y'all are throwing it around and going in your wallet as well. Y'all are throwing it around and paying the bill. Y'all are throwing it around and buying suits, PS5s, Carnival cruises. Y'all are throwing it around and, Your kids have beat up shoes, turned up shoes. They're going to school with holes in their clothes, but you buying a man stuff and giving him everything that you've got. If you don't watch Southern Charm, I would just advise you to watch the last 3 episodes. You will get so much secondhand embarrassment. When Venita walked to that man's hotel room barefoot, mind you, I don't care how nice the hotel is. I've stayed at plenty of Ritz-Carltons and Four Seasons and St. Regis's, but I still am not walking the hallways with bare feet. I have my slippers on. She walked no makeup across the hall. She walked no makeup, her pajamas, with bare feet, knocked on his door and tried to straddle him, and he turned her down. Honey, I'm telling you, giving the cat, but you are paying all the bills, taking care of those men, and can't even get a decent date. Listen. The ones who don't want to hear this are the ones who should be listening. Oh, they should. That's why you have a lot of desperate women who, when they finally do realize that, you know, they've been desperate, they are depressed and bitter because they realize that they have been used up and they feel embarrassed. A true desperado. Listen, I couldn't believe her. Oh, thanks for your words today. I've been crashing out over my baby's father, and it's been hard to move on because we share a child, but I needed to hear this today. Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm sending you a lot of love. I'm happy that I could be a help. I just want you to know that you are beautiful. You are the prize. You know, you don't need to be crashing out over any man. Okay? Please pour that love into yourself. You will never regret. You'll never regret building yourself up. And I just want to say that this really makes me, I feel really touched because it just makes me feel good knowing that my words are not falling on deaf ears. So if I could help one person out, then this means the world to me. But I'm happy to hear that. Again, I'm not saying this from a place of like trying to judge anybody. I just want women to do better. I want women to feel good about themselves. We have too many women with low self-esteem, low self-worth. They don't think that they're beautiful. You know, you have too many women who feel like they need a man to validate their beauty. You don't need a man to validate your beauty. You are beautiful. You are sexy. Like you have it going on. You know, like, please, you do not need a man to validate you. That's my message. Please continue to work on yourself, love yourself, know that you are enough, you are worthy, you are worth it, you deserve the best that life has to offer. And I hope that you are able to move on and move up completely. But you're very welcome, and thank you for sharing. But yeah, I get emotional because a lot of the issues that we see, especially with women, it starts with low self-esteem. And yes, I'm aware that there were people who were brought up in environments where their mom did not have self-esteem, or they had mean parents who didn't pour into them. I'm sympathetic to that. I'm empathetic to that. I don't want folks to think that I'm just coming down on people, because I know that everybody was not blessed to have a healthy home life, right? I'm aware of that. But I hope that if you are struggling with self-esteem, I hope that you start day by day saying nice things to yourself, knowing that you are worth it. Find some hobbies that you enjoy, you know, pouring into yourself, liking how you look, because that's important. And I think that another reason why we have so much jealousy amongst women is a lot of women, unfortunately, have low self-esteem. And when they see a woman who has it going on or they're confident, they're upset about that. And we need to really break the chains. We need to break the cycle, break the dysfunction. And I don't mean to get preachy, but again, I just get very emotional because too many women are living, they're living beneath their self-worth, if that makes sense. Too many women are living lives that are beneath them, and they could be doing so much more if they would just believe in themselves. And this desperation has to stop, and the self-hate has to stop. You need to think that you are the baddest person to have ever walked this earth. There's just so much I could say, but I just see the sadness in a lot of women's eyes, especially the ones who get on TikTok and are crashing out over men who do not want them. And remember that if you have kids, and you have low self-esteem, your kids pick up on that, and your kids are going to perpetuate that cycle. And you don't want that. You want the next generation to do better and to feel good about themselves. But I just feel like looking at the sadness in that woman's eyes on TikTok, that was gut-wrenching to see that this woman was so ecstatic over a date at Chili's that she moved a man into her house and paid for a cruise and then bought him a PS5 and then bought him a chain and then is paying his bills. That is all due to low self-esteem and low self-worth. And you will see the pain in her eyes. She knows that she should not be doing this. But I don't know. I'm just so passionate about it because women could really just be so powerful if the majority of women would just get their self-esteem in check. And these men would rise to the occasion if women had their self-esteem in order. Because if women as a whole knew, like, no, I'm the ish, men would not even approach us with this nonsense. You have women out here proposing to men. Do you know how messed up you are in the mind as a woman to propose to a man? Like, we've hit rock bottom. That woman on TikTok who proposed to her man at the mall. What's going on? Like, it really hurts my heart. Venita on Southern Charm saying that I thought that was my husband. Listen, I'm going to just tell you straight like this. The best advice my dad ever gave me was men are on you heavy when they like you. If you're confused about if a man likes you or not, he doesn't like you. Okay? Never let a man tell you more than once that he does not want you. If you are rejected by a man, lick your wounds, pick yourself back up, and move on. Stop trying to perform for these men. Stop trying to force these men to like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. Stop with these situationships. All that is a man friend zoning you. It's another form of rejection with sex. I'm just saying, we gotta have some real talk around here because there's too many of these girls on social media talking about a man that did not want them and they're crying about this. It didn't have to be this way. Pick up, learn how to read the signs. If that man is stringing you along, mixed signals, he doesn't want you. Cut your losses, block his number, and move on. Yes, buying their own ring. It's just like, this is crazy. Yes, there's no confusion. Carnival and romantic don't even go together. Yes. A few of those women who have proposed to men, they pay for their own ring and they pay for the man's ring too. Who is that? Oh, one of the women on one of the women on Married at First Sight. Is that her who you're talking about? She was with a bum. They matched her up with a bum, and then she divorced him, and now she's with somebody else. He has no money. She proposed. I think she bought her own ring. She bought his and her rings. Just a mess. Y'all, let's get that self-esteem up so that way we're not over here crying about men and paying for suits and saying that this man was my husband when he gave you no inclination of him wanting you. All right. One more story before we get off of here. Remember, I told you guys about that, the young girl who's like 23. She had posted that video that went viral on TikTok about how her gym crush rejected her. She's crashing out about it. She made another video last week of her in the car. She's driving and she is sobbing like somebody died. I thought that the girl had a medical procedure or she had cancer or something with the way she was sobbing. Come to find out, it's another guy who she doesn't like her. And she's saying all this stuff about how she's not good enough and men always pick better women than her. And why is she such a loser? And I was just like, oh. Yeah, guys, it's a lot. It's just, it was alarming because she's going like crazy. And I thought she was going to crash the car the way she was crying so hard. But yeah, another example of low self-worth. And she's like, I don't understand why I can't get anybody or whatever, and other women get people. And I'm just like, your energy is so crazy. It's so desperate. You're not getting anybody except a user. And I need y'all, please, if you ever feel like crashing out, never give a man any satisfaction that he has you ready to crash out over him. You never give anybody that kind of power, but especially not a man. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another live on this, like as a separate topic. But I'm really upset with Venita. I'm curious to see how this reunion goes with her and JT face to face. I want to hear what she has to say, but Venita is going out sad. Very sad. Are they acting and doing that for engagement? No, I think that they're really doing this. The way she was crying, there was no acting involved in that. I mean, she was sobbing. She was hysterical. She's like wheezing, like it's like a mess. It's crazy. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. A man will hate your guts and still get in them. Exactly. Yeah, like that's a whole nother topic, child, but you are correct. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Romance without finance equals nonsense. Exactly. Hey, Ivan's Lyra, thank you for the super chat. No self-esteem. The first person that comes to mind is Kiarna from RHOP. She's beautiful, but girl, what you doing? Well, Ivans, she broke up with him. So there is hope for Kiarna after all. She's single. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat. My soul breaks when women propose to men. Yeah, my soul leaves my body when I see that. And when I saw that girl proposing to that man at the food court at the mall, I was shocked. Hey, DM Rocks. Hey, did you hear about that? Thank you for the super chat, DM Rocks. Thank you. Did you hear about that high school girl getting hit in the head with the baton? Oh my gosh. Let's talk about that quickly. This girl who hit that girl in the head with the baton and will not apologize and is trying to lie and say that it was an accident, that was the definition of a jealous rage. This girl was jealous that girl was ahead of her in that race, and she did that on purpose. And the fact that her parents have not forced her to apologize says everything. This girl's going to grow up into a jealous, hateful woman who wants to assault somebody who she feels is ahead of her in some way or fashion. But we need to talk about this jealousy amongst the girls because it's out of control. I think it's at record levels. There's something in the water with the jealousy and the desperation amongst the women. It has to stop. This girl hitting that girl in the head at that race was jealousy, and you can't tell me any differently. Brooke, I just started watching Southern Charm, and girl, Sierra, you were telling the truth about how they treat her, in my opinion. Yeah, Summer House and Southern Charm, the way they treat Sierra and Venita is telling. Hey, Robert, thank you for the super chat. I actually think that Kenya could hold a talk show, even though she's in trouble right now. LOL. I've never even thought about Kenya having a talk show. I mean, Kenya certainly has the look. I don't know if I see Kenya as a talk show host, though, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. That's never come to mind with me with her. Yep, that was not accidental. It was not. It was not. That was on purpose. She can lie until she's blue in the face. Exactly. My parents would have dragged my behind forward and backwards. Exactly. That's what a good parent does. Child, these women, these parents are enabling psychotic behavior. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Goodbye to Greg and his ashy clodhoppers. Baby, that foot was ashy. I said, not this man with these ashy feet talking to her crazy. Child, imagine telling the story over and over about how you proposed to a man. Child, a mess. Absolute embarrassment. But it's up to the women, Sierra and Venita, to realize their worth and know that reality TV or Bravo does not have their interests at heart. I agree. I think that Venita just wants to be on TV so badly. I really think that Venita is just so happy to be on this show that she doesn't mind. Sierra, I'll give Sierra a little bit of a break because at least Sierra plays a heavy part in the storylines. And her and Paige are actually best friends, whereas Venita claims that they're best friends. She's best friends with Madison, wherever the girl's name is, and we don't see them together. But Sierra and Paige are legit friends. Thank you. You better say it. Selena was killed because of jealousy. She sure was. But there's a scripture about that too. Who can stand before jealousy? Nobody. Nobody. If you suspect that somebody is jealous of you, get them out of your circle immediately. And that young girl was jealous of that other girl. And that's why she went upside her head. And the girl has a cracked skull now. This girl has a cracked skull due to jealousy. I need Venita to get off the show with these racists who hate her. That runner and the hairdresser who dragged a 15-year-old need to see jail time. Oh my gosh, that was crazy to me. I think the hairdresser did get charged for that. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but this hairdresser dragged her teenage client. I mean, the video was so gruesome, I couldn't even stomach it. Venita is an influencer, so she thought the show would help her career. It's not helping her at all. It's making her look very silly, very foolish. She barely gets any screen time. And the only screen time she's ever gotten was due to this desperation of JT. Oh, thank God. The hairdresser got charged and the Baton girl's getting sued by the other girl. Thank God. Thank God. I hope they both get jail time. Good. And I hope that the girl gets every single dime out of that girl who hit her with the baton, too. A mess. Hey, Tamira Washington. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think RHO SLC needs a shakeup? No, I don't. Right now, I think the cast is perfect as is. We need another woman of color. I feel like if Mary had another POC, it would be great. But let me not talk so soon because Bose and Garcelle ain't showing the girls any better. Now, here's my thing. If we're going to get more diversity on SLC. I want the girls to come correct. Don't give us another Black woman on the show if she's not going to come with it, in my opinion, right? So far, this formula with all the ladies on SLC, Mary being the only one, if it ain't broke, don't fit. What's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So far, is working. I had heard that the Black woman on that show sold on SLC, that real estate show. I heard that she was supposed to be on SLC this last season. Yep. Thank you. Say this again. Southern Charm acts like Venita does not exist. Oh, they literally look right through her. They do not like Venita at all. They look pained every time they have to talk to her. Yes, I agree. It has to be a natural integration. You can't just cast a POC the girls have no connection with and think it'll work. Exactly. I agree. I agree with that. I know that's right. Teach us, even in marriage, don't go buying men gifts. At Christmas with the kids' gifts, that's okay. At his birthday, arrange a special dinner, special wine with a bow, no gifts. Okay? Baby, take me to Ruth's Chris or a Fleming's or an Eddie V's. Exactly. And that doesn't mean that you're getting any because you take me there either. A dinner should not have, I don't care if the dinner is at Ruth's Chris, Capitol Grill, Mr. Chow, Nobu. A dinner should not have you that excited where you feel like sleeping with them. It needs to be, you got to work for it, in my humble opinion. I haven't finished Beauty in Black, but I like your commentary. Oh, Beauty in Black was really good. I enjoyed it. I was like, this is Tyler Perry's best work to date. I mean, I binge watched it the other day. I was like, oh, it was amazing. You're worth more than a plate of food. Exactly. Venita has no connection to anyone on Southern Charm. No, she doesn't. She has none. Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. Did you watch when Venita was drunk and jumped in the pool, almost drowned? The only one that jumped to save her was Craig. When I tell you, I had secondhand embarrassment when Venita decided to jump in that pool for no reason. That was so embarrassing. She looked so silly. Nobody even cared. Craig barely wanted to jump in and save her, for being honest. That was a way for her to get attention and get some camera time. And it was a flop. Venita, there was no reason for her to jump in that pool like that. That was, I had so much secondhand embarrassment for her. I said, this woman continues to go out sad. Yup, I had second and third hand embarrassment. It was very embarrassing. Honey, girl, when I tell you, I said, what is going on? I said, Venita, you need help. It's been L after L after L with Miss Venita. I want to I feel like placing a bet. I'll bet you all money that Venita at this reunion is still talking about she was led on and that JT was going to be her husband. Oh yes, I forgot. Leva did tell her to jump in the pool, but why would you do that? That was so silly. Reminded me of Kathy Hilton telling Tiffany Haddish to walk on that runway. Yes, it was very similar. But why did she do that and not be able to swim? But well, she said that she knew how to swim. She was just drunk. But the way she was flopping around, she was flopping around like a fish out of water. Craig being the only one to jump in is very telling. Yeah, they all stood back like, okay, you gonna help her? You gonna help her? And wait a second. Was it just me? Did anybody get the impression that Venita was low-key crushing on Craig when he saved her out the pool? Because the way she clung on to him, she was like, my hero. I said, girl, he don't want you. He barely wanted to jump in that pool and save your black behind. He just did it to be nice. Venita gave very much that she was feeling him. That whole scene was embarrassing. Y'all, if you have never watched Southern Charm, watch this season. Do it for me. Do it for me. If you love me, watch this season for me, and you will literally die of embarrassment for how Venita is acting. Just a mess. Yeah, the water wasn't even that deep. Yes. It was like maybe 6 feet. And she's flapping like a fish. Oh gosh. Venita is feeling anyone who gives her a minute. Yep. Oh goodness gracious. It's just okay. You said review this show. Girl, I might die of embarrassment. I don't know. Maybe she was testing to see if her husband would jump in. Baby, they all just watched her in that pool. They were like, oh, you see Venita? Oh, she's drowning. Oh, she's drowning. Okay, you want to get her? You want to get her? You want to get her? Anybody want to get her? You want to get her? They were all placing bets. You know, what's that thing? What's that game when you take straws or you pull straws? They're all pulling straws to see who was going to jump in and save her. I hate to see women desperate for male validation. Listen, you and I both. It makes me sick to my stomach. Child, okay, for you, we need to tell Bravo you sent us. Yes, listen, if you want, what episode did she jump into that pool? You don't have to start at episode 1. Start at episode, I think it was episode 7 when she jumped into the pool. Start from there and then go from there. I can't watch secondhand embarrassment things. I have to turn away. Same here. I wish my black ass would. Anybody want to jump in? They were like, you want to jump in? You want to jump in? I was like, someone go get the girl. Venita must have had a miserable childhood in Charleston. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yes, this live is still going. We're talking about everything. We're having a good old time over here on this Sunday. Oh gosh. Yeah, he wants Madison. That's why to see her going so sad for him is ridiculous because she's not his type at all. And he clearly is still in love with Madison and Taylor and Sally and all the blondes. Hey, Jessica BW, thank you for the super chat. I've never watched Southern Charm. The optics always gave Old South. Oh, yeah. It's definitely a touch of Jim Crow on the show. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, I feel like no one's really friends with Venita, so she's clinging to whomever she can for a storyline. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Southern Charm sounds so ick. Yeah, listen, I'm hate watching the show, okay? I'm like, this show is so cringe. I just watch it to report back to you guys because Venita and her mess just has me like gasping for air. Like, that's how upsetting it is to watch Venita. Yeah, he's still pining after Taylor. He is. No, I mean, well, that's what it gives with Miss Patricia. And Miss Patricia is out here allegedly trying to shut down content creators who call her out on her racism. She sent a black content creator, I think on TikTok, a cease and desist or threatened them with legal action because they called her racism out. And I told you guys, I've met Miss Patricia twice. She was very rude. Very, like, gave very much like, I don't speak to the blacks. Like, it gave very much that. I mean, I was appalled. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Southern Charm equals antebellum BS. Yeah, it is. It is. You said Miss Patricia's messy self. I can't stand her. Yeah, Miss Patricia grew up in a different time and it shows. Yeah. Baby, child, listen. Yeah, like you would be annoyed watching the show for sure. I'm not saying that you won't be annoyed. I'm just saying if you want to look at this whole Venita and JT stuff, watch this season. Okay, watch the episode when he came to her house, ate up all her food, drank up all her champagne, rejected her, and then left. Then watch them on the Bahamas trip, and then let me know what you think. And then watch the episode where she jumps in the pool for no reason. Oh gosh. Oh wow, I went to Charleston and the whole city has an eerie feeling. You are stepping back in time. Wow. Yes, but I think that they admitted that when Vanita joined the show, they were forced to admit this. The cast is comprised of old plantation money. I'm not being hyperbolic. What is it? Hyperbolic? Did I say it right? They quite literally made their money from slavery. Yes, 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 yes. No, that was like revealed, I think, when Vanita joined the show in season 7. Wow, you said Charleston does feel like that. Born and raised in the South, so that show never appealed to me because I know Diet Jim Crow when I see it. Wow. Yes, I got this impression too. I got for her to be so nasty to Sienna, I got this. Venita wished she was that girl that Shep wanted. Oh, absolutely. Brooke, did you mention how JT's barber had a conversation with one of their friends about Venita? Yep. Yeah, I talked about that at the beginning of this conversation. Yes. I believe that JT said something about her being black. I do believe that for sure. I believe that he said, oh, yeah, the black girl on the show likes me. I believe that he said that. Brooke, have you heard about the scandal with Leva's? Is her name Leva or Leva? Is it Leva with Leva's new club? Yeah, I saw the girl on TikTok. She outed her. She outed Leva's new. Is it the slushy daiquiri place that Leva has? She said that Leva's place denied all the black people because of the dress code, but she let all these white people in wearing the same thing. And then Leva has been crashing out saying, my husband's black. How dare you? And that's like, Leva, you can have a black husband and still not like black people. Like, are you serious? Oh, for sure. Venita wants to be picked by them. Very much so. He said a cute black girl. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the barber and the other guy put some extra sauce on the story. Leva is also on, she's also another diversity hire. Forgive me, is Leva's Middle Eastern, if I'm not mistaken? Let me know in the chat. She's Middle Eastern. She has the show Southern Hospitality with it's like a Vanderpump Rules in Charleston. She owns all the clubs in Charleston, and she's also on Southern Charm. Yes, I hate the black spouse defense. Yeah, same here. Yes, she is. Okay, yes, she's Middle Eastern. Okay. She's Persian. Okay, thank you. This is not the first time Leva's establishments have been called out for picking and choosing who to deny entry to due to dress code. Oh, wow. Leva's husband's just as anti-black as she is. Oh, child. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, and excuse me. Yes, Leva brings, I thought it was the same show. Yes, Leva brings nothing to the show, to Southern Charm. I don't know why she's there either. She was a main cast member for a while, then she fell out with Craig and reduced screen time happened to her. Yep. The way some the way some POC women hate Black women but like Black men needs to be studied. Oh, that's another conversation for another day. Ciao. Listen, y'all. All I'm going to say is I need for my Black women, whether you're on TV, not on TV, I don't care what your job is. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how old you are. Never succumb to desperation, ever. Ever. Because this playing out on national TV is a disgrace and it's a true embarrassment. And you never win when you are desperate. And that story that I told you guys on TikTok about that young lady moving a man into her house with her 4 kids because he took her out on a date to Chili's, we've got to do better. So I'm going to leave you all. I'm going to leave you all right here. I had a good old time on this live. Oh, wait, hit the like. We only have 8 people who liked it. 743 are watching. Oh, yeah, guys, hit the like. Hit the like. Yeah, the views should match the likes. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button. But listen, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine and get ready for Atlanta. But I had a good time. I hope that y'all had a great time with me. Okay, I love y'all. I hope that you got something out of this live, entertainment, a word of encouragement, but just know that you don't need to settle for nonsense, okay? Please, if your self-esteem is not in the best spot, pick it up one day at a time, but just know that you don't have to put up with BS, because when you settle for stuff, you get less than what you settled for, okay? So I love y'all. I hope you guys had a good time with me. I had a great time with y'all. And I will see you all for Atlanta and maybe another live. We could talk about some other stuff, okay? But yes, guys, I hope you have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you again. And I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys. Thank y'all. And thank you all to the moderators. Thank you all to the super chats. Thank you all in the chat. You guys were fabulous as always. Very sweet. All right. And I'll think about doing a Southern Charm overview recap because we're going to talk. But love y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Bye, guys.